Hi Mustangs, Ms. Xiong here today. Just wanted to reach out to our families to let them know a few things about the technology in our district. In a few days, a lot of our district issued devices may be coming home to you, and it might be an unknown circumstance on how you're going to handle that. We fully support how you decide to handle the technology within your home, but we wanted to let you know that our district does offer on all district issued devices a web content filtering tool called Securely. Now, what Securely does is it filters the content that's going to a district issued device. So if something is flagged as non-educational, not appropriate, this tool automatically filters it and blocks so that students don't have access to these different things. We've used Securely for a few years now, and we're really excited that we can still offer it to our families and our students throughout our district. Now, a big piece of this web filtering tool is that it's only accessible on district-issued devices. So we highly recommend that when students are working on schoolwork, that they continue to use their district-issued device from home. Now, the other side of this is if students decide to use a personal device or a device that you own yourself to work on schoolwork, we can't filter those things. So, totally up to you on how you decide to manage the technology in your home, but we highly recommend that our families use our district-issued devices because we do have this web content filtering tool to ensure that our students are safe while using technology. Now, there's a couple parts to this though, and I wanted to make this video to help you guys out at home in regards to how to ensure that our Securely content filtering tool is working properly. So the first thing I'm going to show you is through an iPad. Now, our students that are 4K all the way to 5th grade have one-to-one devices using an iPad. So when you're on an iPad, there are two essential pieces that you need to ensure. When students are on a web browser, the first page that will pop up will look like this. When a student accesses a website, the first thing that's going to come up is a page that pops up that looks like this. It says Securely, and it's asking you, will you allow to use your location? It's essential that when you're using this on an iPad that you do allow. If you allow it while using the app or allowing once, if you just do it once, it's going to keep popping up each time a different web browser is brought up. So what I'm going to do is allow while using app. Okay, so once I allow it to use while using app, it's going to ask you again, would you like it to use your current location? Yes. Now that's essential because our iPads are all managed so that if something was to happen while you have a device at home, we're able to get onto your iPad and help and troubleshoot it if something is going on. So if we ever have to troubleshoot or help you manage something with your iPad, we'll definitely communicate that with you before we do so. So after you've allowed access, the second page that's going to come up is going to be this. It's going to be a sign-in page. Now, the essential piece is that students have to be signed in. So your child's teacher should have given you your child's email account. It should be firstname.lastname@gcj2.k12.wi.us. Attached to that will be a password where the first letter of that password is capitalized, followed by numbers. It's super essential in order for our web content filtering tool, Securely, to properly filter the things that are happening on your district issued device that you allow location. And the second step is sign into the email account. After you sign into the email account, it will generate whatever page your teacher has assigned to your child. The same thing happens on the Chromebook. So for our 6th to 8th graders, same thing, you have to allow location access and then log into your email accounts. Now, what we've seen in the past is sometimes students get frustrated or sign into their email incorrectly, and then it ends up blocking them from that page. So, two essential pieces as well, so we're going to keep with that 2 number, is that if it ends up, it's a page that should be allowed by your teacher, what you're going to do is you're going to first on an iPad, close out of the browser. So you're going to close out of the window. The easiest way to do this is called the home button. It's a button that's pushable on the screen. You're going to double tap it quickly. It makes that clicking sound. And then you're going to swipe up on anything that's open. Now, the second piece is, after closing all those tabs, is you're going to fully shut down the iPad and turn it back on. Now, the iPads are a little tricky because we have these cases on them, but if you look at the front screen, this is the camera. The home button is down here. On the top side where the camera is, on the top corner, there's a button. What you're going to do is you're going to press firmly on that button so that the iPad can power off. Once the iPad powers off, you can power it back on and then try and access that website again. So that's the troubleshooting tip. If it ends up that the email was entered incorrectly or you did not allow location access, so it seems like the website's blocked, it should be accessible, what you need to do on an iPad is close out those tabs, shut it down all the way, turn it back on, and then try and access it again. Now, the Chromebook's super similar to that as well. So what you're going to do is, let's say that this website is blocked because an email address was not correctly put in or you did not allow access for the location. What you're going to do is in this upper corner, there's an X. What we're going to do is we're going to close out those screens and we're going to have the students just shut down all the way. Hold down this power button right here. And we're going to just count to 3. And then you're going to see on the screen you can just power off. So a really great troubleshooting tip is that if something is not working, shut it down all the way, power it back on, and try again. Now, if you've gone through a couple of these steps and still not working, it's a great way to reach out to your teacher, and your teacher will be able to help you troubleshoot and access what your child needs access to. We can't wait to see you in a few days and continue to help you grow into your greatness this school year. See you soon!